Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. How are you? How is life? Today is a weird one. I don't know what to expect from anything. I think we're doing a little short art stream today. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna yap. You're gonna watch me stare at my canvas for a while I decide what to do, and I talk to you about my insecurities about it. Oh, what is up? Hi, Disney. Hello, Phil. Welcome in. Oh, very interesting cards. Justice reversed. Interesting. And the Wheel of Fortune, Phil. Let's go. A turning point, destiny, all that. Good luck. Awesome. That's interesting. Do y'all feel like those cards are accurate for you today? And you know what I'm going to do? I always mean to do this and I just forget. I always mean to pull a card for myself. What did I get? That's so fucking accurate. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Yes. So I talked about this the other day. It's 8 of Pentacles is all about apprenticeship, study, long-term focus and study on something, which I have been doing, painting lately, right? Really beefing up my art game, trying to get back into it. Because it's been since like last summer, really, like before the move. Perfectionism is definitely my problem today. Misdirected activity, yes. Hence me doing this on stream. The accuracy of this card is wild. So tired of people always playing victim and not taking accountability. Oh, Disney, I'm sorry you're going through that. Yeah, Justice Reversed is I feel like that's never a fun card to feel because y'all know I'm not very well versed with my reverses, but I know what Justice Upright means very well, and I know what that feels like. So yeah, I can imagine that feeling kind of like out of alignment is, I'm sorry. Sting Dragon is here. Welcome in. Yeah, sorry, I saw Rick say I am and Ard came out. Hi, Rick. I don't know why you're livid. Are you okay? I was gonna say my card is hella accurate all day. I really got to dedicate myself to some painting this morning, which was great. But I'm doing, you'll see this on a YouTube video I'm posting Friday of this very painting I'm working on. It's a art style study, art direction. And while the painting is good, like I like the way the painting looks, it's not turning out the way I wanted it to turn out. So still very happy with it. But I'm supposed to be doing a style study and it's not turning out exactly the way I want in the style study, which is fine. I knew this was going to be difficult. I picked purposefully an extremely hard thing to be doing, but I can tell like perfectionism is the perfect word for it. I'm definitely getting bogged down in my perfectionism, not wanting to mess it up, and because of that I'm being like too careful, and I just need to like paint over the whole fucking page, you know what I mean? It be what it be. What does Sting Dragon got? Ace of Swords reversed. Ooh, okay. Clouded Judgment, but that also has to do with rethinking an idea. It's kind of like taking the step back and seeing how it goes. Also, Sting Dragon, okay, wait, you mentioned the game jam. I was literally just gonna ask, how'd it go? What did you guys end up making? How was it? I would love to hear about it. Yesterday I got Death, and today I got the Hangman reversed. It's big stuff, it's big energy. I'm getting a new kitchen table from my parents on Saturday. So I put my old one and 4 chairs to the building lobby, free to take. Awesome. We've all been there. We know Treasure Island. That's what Alex and I call it. So anyone can take it before Saturday. 2 fucking hours later, one of the table legs has been ripped off so that there are table pieces all over the floor. They're for fun or to steal 2 screws from the leg. That's really lame. That's really lame. Oh boy, Rick, I'm like you. If I were in your position, I would be very mad. And to try to make myself feel better, I would say maybe there was some crazy accident where somebody tripped and fell on the chair and it snapped off or broke. I don't know. That's probably less likely, isn't it? But sometimes I tell myself that shit. You know, when someone cuts me off on the road, I tell myself like, maybe there's a person in the back seat that's in labor and they have to rush to the hospital, right? Or like someone's child is dying and they have to cut me off to get there in time. I know that's probably not the case, but damn. I'm writing my first ever passive aggressive note to the lobby bulletin board. Good for you. Emphasis on the aggressive. I mean, especially if you're just trying to like recycle furniture. I get that. Alex and I are starting to do that in front of our house because like there's some furniture we brought up with us from Florida that just doesn't fit the house. You know what I mean? Like we had to do that with our dining table. It just doesn't fit the current dining room space. It's the wrong shape. So like some of the stuff we sell, but a lot of it we're just like putting at the end of our driveway, and we have a big free cardboard box that we wrote free on it. And most of the time, thankfully, I was wondering if we'd get people picking it up because like we're out in the boonies. It's not like that many people are going to drive by our house. You know what I mean? But it's been working great so far. And the people have even been nice enough to like, when they take something, they prop back up the free sign so it's visible. And that was like a very like, oh, that was nice. I didn't have to do that. And then meanwhile, you have these hooligans ripping off chair legs. That's why I hope that like maybe it was like some freakish accident or like someone's dog jumped on it and it broke, or like, I don't know. Oh, the proof is in the photos? Never mind. It's the table near the wall. Hold up. I'm pulling this up. We're getting there. We're gonna see what happened to Rick's table. Hold on. Okay, what have we got? Did you put it in photos? Photo share? Oh, this is like one of those IKEA tables. Like the leg is just screwed up. I'm thinking it's like wood and it like snapped. You know what I mean? Like when wood weakens. Hold up, guys. I'm gonna pull this up. Is this the one you're talking about? You're talking about this leg right here. Man, that is lame. I was picturing it was more like this and maybe it like snapped at an awkward angle like here. Well, you're right. They could have just taken the screws, but who would take 2 fucking screws? Just go to the hardware store. I say that as an American. Can't you Finns just walk to a hardware store and like call it a day? It's not even that expensive. What? That's so stupid. Yeah, damn. Saw the picture. It's such a weird placement to be an accident. And to not even try to hide it. You know what I mean? Like they just stuck the leg on top. I feel like if you're trying to commit a crime, you would try to like, I don't know, put the table leg back and just balance it. Is that bad of me? Whatever. You made a hot air balloon game? Oh, that's cool. Where you seek out treasure and you gotta drop and catch sandbags to sink and float. Sting Dragon, that is so cool. You wanna link the game, but I don't wanna get smote. You can definitely put it in the Discord, because I would love to see it. But you're right, you probably will get smoted. That's a good call. One possibility is that they started carrying it, slammed it on the wall on the way, and brought it back. And then the chips wouldn't be on that spot on the floor. Yeah, that's true. Who knows? That's so bizarre. Because I do feel like people aren't going to just break for no good reason a perfectly fine table. You know what I mean? Especially just like that one leg. That seems so weird. So there probably is a weird story to it. I don't know what it is. You should ask, does your apartment have like CCTV footage? You should just be like become friends with like the front lobby people and be like, can you just tell me what happened in the last like, cause you said a couple hours, right? 2 hours later? That's a small window. I bet someone did try to take it though, and it was just like, it was probably just a mistake, right? No, I wish. Dang. That would have been good. Our balloon is a light bulb. It was very cute. Oh, cool. Sting Dragon, I know we talked about you being a technical artist the other day, but what was your role in the game jam? Because I can imagine for game jams, you probably have to put on quite a few hats, or maybe sometimes hats you're not used to. You know what I mean? maybe not. Ads are going to start soon, by the way. Just a warning to y'all. Very rough mistake. Hey, Smooch, welcome in. Oh, 5 of Swords, interesting. How is your day going? How is it gone? How is life? This must be about the closet I want to move. And my hubby was like, you want to what now? Smooch, that sounds like me and Alex. We're like, there's so many things we want to do to the house that I think we mostly agree on it. Occasionally we don't. And even now, sometimes I think we have a different idea of like the order of operations. Like I very much want to like, let's do our living room built-in bookshelves. I want it so bad. And for him, there's some other things. For us, it's also the closet in the basement he wants to get done. But I'm like, but the built-ins, they'll look so pretty. He's probably right. Whatever. In this one, not much. I was feeling poorly all weekend. Oh, well, that's okay. That happens. I ended up only making the floor of the game. Hey, that's still one less thing off of people's checklist. You know what I mean? And didn't you say you had 2 extra people this game jam? So that's good. Sting Dragon, where do you find these game jams? Because like, obviously, I think probably most of us here have heard of a game jam, or at least like kind of know what it is, or have heard the word. But I've always wondered like how you find a team, or like these are normally events organized by larger people. How do you find them? How'd you get involved in this one? Maybe is a better question. And that question could go to anyone really if you know anything about game jams. Queen of Cups reversed for Rick. Inner feelings, self-care, self-love. Interesting. That card basically means turning inward, focusing feelings inward. Also, I'm doing good. Hell yeah. Baby's on the big side. In 2 weeks, another ultrasound. Nice. You're trying to figure out if it's fluid or if the baby's just that big. It might need to come out early. I guess that's true. May is drawing near. Are you at the point where you're sick of being pregnant? Because I've heard that's a thing for a lot of people. They're like, fuck this. I want this to end. like toward the end, they feel like that. Obviously, I don't know. So basically we were 5 people, but only 4 worked. You can just Google it about game jams, really. Maybe I should do one of those one day. You know what it is? Okay. I don't know how many of y'all are like this. I think I'm challenge averse. And Sting Dragon, I'd love to hear, since I know you've done a couple of game jams, but really anyone's like input on this would be valued. I think I've discovered recently I'm challenge averse. And what I mean by that is like I like challenging things, absolutely. But have you guys heard of like Inktober? Or I talked recently about like Plain April. I can never say it. Plain April is going on right now. And those are challenges where it's like for a whole month, you do 1 illustration a day. And a lot of times they can be really simple and basic, but when you go on social media, a lot of them look like more fleshed out than just a quick little 30-minute doodad. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild. It's wild. Some people even get a head start where like I know in Inktober, some artists are like, they start their Inktober things in September so they can start posting them on time. That to me is crazy. And kind of like, well, I was going to say it's like disingenuous to the challenge. Not that I like want to, I'm not saying that to call anyone out on it. I 100% understand why you do that because it's hard as shit. Every time I start one of those challenges though, and I feel like a game jam might be similar, where it's like the time limit of it and the super crunch mode like kills me. And it kills like a sense of passion that I have, where it just makes me like, I don't know, it puts me on like complete edge and just the most anxiety-ridden person you've ever seen. Are other people like that? Because it's not that I don't like working hard. Like, I enjoy a good challenge. I don't know. There's just something about the challenge mindset in the art world that just like, bleh. Maybe that'll change, you know? Just every time I've tried it, I've noticed it's like actively made me dislike doing art more. You know what I mean? And so I don't do them anymore because of that. But I also feel like game jams are a great way to like meet people and like, I don't know, get some like experience without getting hired for something, you know? Anyways, let me go back and catch up with y'all. Smooch is sick of it. But I've had that since the beginning because of the sickness and other stuff. Oh, you had morning sickness? That blows. Baby's very welcome and loved. But damn, this pregnancy, man. No, I totally get it. I totally get it. You can definitely love baby and also be like, my body is tired. Okay, this jam a friend suggested that we do, and I wanted to try. That was October when we made the ret race. Yes, and I do remember that one. Just asked around in Discord chats. Oh, you were old school pals. That's cool. I think I know what Disney's talking about with the emote. Also, Percy says hi. And one of those people asked their colleague and they didn't want to join this jam, but they're thinking of joining the next. Okay. You usually only manage to do a few days in a row. That's how I am with challenges. I think it's one of the reasons why, like, whenever I did a class last summer, the class openly said for about 11 weeks straight, you're going to be putting in 80 hours a week into just class homework. And I thought I could do that. I did not. I did not. It was bad, and I learned something about myself. It's not worth killing. Not worth killing my body for a goal. I'm just gonna do the slow, steady route. I'll do my daily work. It's not like I'm lazy. But I agree with you. Maybe a few days in a row, I could totally handle that. But yeah, the long-term stuff, I've realized life is too short for me to commit to that. I'm cleaning and selling so much stuff. You put up 3 Loungefly bags. Hell yeah. Need to shrink my collection. Are you trying to make room specifically for the new baby, Smooch, or are you just kind of like clearing out? Hey, Petibuzz here. Ketchup, what about mustard? I am a ketchup gal. Well, mustard's okay. I was gonna say I hate mustard. I actually like some mustards. I'm definitely still a ketchup girl. I will never outgrow that. Sometimes going to war with a project is fun, especially as a team, but I can't take it for more than a few days at a time. Yeah. Yeah, the 11 week stretch, I think it was like by week 7, I was like, I can't do this anymore. And I really wanted to. I actually had to stop because that was when I went to the hospital 2 summers ago. I was actually killing myself. Hey, there's Disney's new emotes. Hell yeah, they look great. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but like, hell yeah. Yeah, they look good. I'm excited. Now I'm just cleaning and clearing up. You have too much stuff. I get that. I gotta go through that soon. Yeah, we did. We updated the emotes because she had dyed her hair. Changed a little bit of the coloring, and I think it looks quite a bit better. It's exciting. Decided to continue The Handmaid's Tale. Nice. I'm not ready for the anxiety this show gives me. Okay, so you're watching the show. I actually really want to read the book, The Handmaid's Tale. There's a lot of classic literature I find that I've missed out on growing up, because I also took English online all throughout high school, and you better believe that was easy to cheese. You know what I mean? Already not a lot of books to read, and when there was, easy to cheese. So I missed out on a lot of your educational classics. whenever I was growing up. And now I'm really wanting to go back and read some of them. So like Handmaid's Tale's on the list. Fahrenheit 451 is one of Alex's favorites, and I really want to go back and read. There's really just a lot of them. Book is good. Book is good. That's good. Old Man and the Sea is a great book. Oh, that's one I haven't heard of. What is that? Old Man and the Sea. Oh, it's an Ernest Hemingway? Okay. I've wanted to read Hemingway. I feel like he comes from a school of authors that I would really jive with. Like that's transcendentalism, right? I feel like I would really jive with that. Speaking of not killing myself for work, right? And me wanting to run away and live in the woods. I feel like Hemingway is someone I could really like go have a beer with. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that much about the guy. That's a good suggestion, Petaba. I'll look that up. You watched the first 2 seasons and took a break because it got me so overwhelmed. Oh, really? I've read some things that have been wanting to happen since season 1. Oh, okay. Interesting. Already did one wash of the hair, and good news, I did not lose any color. Got color depositing conditioner this time. Oh, I think I've heard Dim talk about, just very briefly. Yeah, certain hair products you can have to retain color. Hope it lasts longer, yeah. Or helps it last longer, right? I want to read the Wheel of Time books. I'm watching the series, but many people love the books more. I've heard the same thing. I've heard seasons 1 and 2 are absolute trash compared to the books. And then I've heard season 3, it's like suddenly like, oh, you should go watch this. Yes, I kind of want to jump into the Wheel of Time books as well. I also, though, have a very trusted friend that she and our taste in books are like this. Like, they're very similar. And she actually, like, DNF'd the Wheel of Time books around book 4. Because apparently, like, books 4, 5, and 6 are, like, kind of a slog to some people. Some people think the whole thing is amazing. But, like, yeah, I don't know. And I don't think it's, like, to say anything about the quality of the book. I think it depends on the kind of reader you are. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I don't know. I still might give them a try myself one day, just so, like, I can form my own opinion. But I have so many other series that I know I want to get to. I'll probably get to those first. You hate the cold water? You have to wash it with cold water? Ugh. Or it helps. I've watched the first couple episodes of season 3. I'm gonna rewatch it. Nice. Alyssa, have you read Walden by Henry David Thoreau, sorry. No, but that's another transcendentalist, right? I'm actually familiar with the title Walden because it was one of the titles I had to memorize for, like, American history as one of the examples of transcendentalism. So familiar with the title, but no, I haven't read any from that era. I'm telling you guys, like, I only started becoming, like, more of a reader, like, maybe 3 years ago. And most of it has been more modern publications. Across nonfiction and fiction alike, but definitely more modern publications. I missed out on a proper reading education while I was in the public school system because I kind of cheesed the system. That was purely like a me thing. I fucked up. I even went to college, and even then I did not get a great, like, sampling of classic literature. I did actually in poetry, though. I know quite a bit about poetry for the layman. It's about a man trying to handline a giant marlin. Lots of undertones. Okay. I'm into it. Let's do it. Wheel of Time books aren't bad. I liked them. The latter ones are the best, but I still liked them. Okay. When you say latter ones, because from what she told me and some of her book friends, it was like around book 5-ish, in like the middle chunk, it's a slog. And then they're supposed to be amazing by the end, but it's like 14 books. And that's a commitment. That's a commitment. And I don't know. And again, it's not probably the quality of the books. Like, Robert Jordan is a fucking legend for a reason, and I have no doubt about that. But if it doesn't click with me, 14 or 13 books or however big it is a lot. It's a big commitment. Cold water lets the color stay longer. That makes sense. It's like laundry is like that, right? Like how you don't want to wash color clothes in hot water. Oh, there you go. See? Disney, we're thinking the same thing. You spend upwards of 4 hours a day reading? Currently? No. Petaba, I'm fucking jealous, man. That's like my dream right now. And I get to do that on the weekends when I'm not busy. Like I did that Sunday, and that was a great day. Yeah. Damn, I'm jealous. I'm lucky if I get an hour or 2 hours of reading in a day. But I mean, what am I doing with the rest of my time? I'm like painting and editing videos or streaming, so things could be worse. Things could be worse. I don't want it to sound like I'm complaining. There's good ways I spend my time. So Walden is a short read, like a few hours? Oh shit, then let's definitely do that. Hold up. Henry David Thoreau. Okay, cool. Got it pulled up. I also love a good short read. It's about him going out to live in a cabin in the countryside with basically zero money and comforts. Yeah! Okay, that's kind of what I remember of it. What he learned from it. That's the dream. That's what I want to do, baby. Me who read no classic literature, but for communication arts class. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life. And if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, honestly, okay, not to get too philosophical at lunchtime on a Tuesday, but that was kind of like, what do they call it? I can't think of a better name for it, but like, you guys know what like a come to Jesus moment is? Like a couple summers ago, speaking of like these art challenges, that was like my come to Jesus moment when I had literally worked myself into the hospital and I was like, what's any of this for? You know what I mean? Like, at what point are these diminishing returns? Is it worth it? What is life really about? You know what I mean? And it made me realize, like, you know, sometimes it's good to take a step back and reassess. And I don't know, maybe the Walden book would be good for me. I very much agree with that. Yeah, still? Man, you still read that much? I'm jealous, man. I'll go out to places and just read for an hour or two. Put it down when people come to talk to me. Also, I smoke a pipe every day, and that's like an hour to read to. Oh, that sounds nice. I got in the habit a bit of, at the old house, in the mornings, I would have afternoon tea, and I would sit outside on the patio, and while I drank my tea, I would read. I mean, you guys know I like mostly after stream. I go and grab tea and a snack. That's like my after stream, like, aftercare ritual. But we don't have patio furniture right now. We had to leave it behind in Florida, so I don't really have like a place to sit. Maybe I should just go in the yard and like sit under a tree or something. Are you Gandalf? He's here in the chat. Gandalf himself. Yeah, that's true. Maybe just making it more of a ritual. I think I'm actually struggling right now with I don't know. Maybe somebody has advice or something like this, or just ideas, like the whole reading habit with something else. I'm having a hard time figuring out my scheduling lately. And that's not to do with stream. Like, obviously, like, streaming is probably the most steady part of my life, which is hilarious to me. I'm trying to figure out, like, when do I want to wake up? do I want to work really early in the morning so that I can finish the day early? And that's Alex's schedule. Alex wakes up at 7, he works immediately, and he ends his day at like 3:30. I tend to start work at like 10, and because of that, I work until dinner. And then I have the very bad habit of finishing up my loose ends, like going back up to the computer after dinner and just wrapping something up here or there. I don't know. It changes every day. I would really like a consistent schedule, and I don't know what works for me. If I wake up too early, I'm brain dead in the morning. Like the first 2 or 3 hours of my day is useless. Or it feels like it. I'm just way slower. If I start my work at 10 a.m., I'm like, let's go. Let's go, baby. I can do anything right now. And I definitely think I'm more of like an afternoon worker. But then I don't have time to like take Percy to the park in the afternoon when Alex is done with work, or I don't know. All my friends finish their work in the afternoon, so if we want to like chit chat or like try to plan a D&D session, that's around dinner time. It's just really, being an adult's tough, man. Oh, Allie, you're getting a present? That's cool. You're gonna have to let us know what it is. That's one thing I always do if I don't go out. If I don't go out, I get home, go outside on the porch, smoke, and then come in for a shower bath. Yeah, that sounds so nice. Sounds very similar to what I used to do kind of for my afternoon tea time. I gotta get back into that. Maybe we can just set up on like my camping chairs until we get like real furniture, like real adults. It's technically an early birthday present. You just figure something out, and it takes time. After graduation and getting to work full time, it took me months to get a schedule. Yeah, that's a very good point. Because like obviously at other times in my life I've had a schedule. Maybe it's also just in combination with like settling into the new house, you know? Because we've still only been here. It's been 3 months. And what does a schedule mean when you're constantly living in renovations too? You know what I mean? Like tomorrow, our AC's getting redone. The AC's getting done tomorrow, baby. No more mold. No more mold. But like, that's a day that's gonna be like in complete disarray. You know what I mean? We'll see. I'm doing the same, building a daily, weekly schedule that fits me well. Yeah, and you're right, it does take time. I do really like the hours I stream though. So that seems pretty set in stone. And now I know I've been streaming for a little over a full year now. I know this time slot works throughout the year, right? I can be consistent throughout holidays or birthdays or like summer vacations. It's fine. We can make it work. Knowing the person, I think they know me well enough. Aw. There have been times in my life where I had no schedule. Like I would lose track of days and had no sense of personal hygiene and stuff. Granted, more stuff was going on in my life, but still, yeah. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes, have you guys ever had it's like the problem where you're almost like too scheduled or like, okay, so whenever I was a musician and I was doing that full time, I remember, because you have to juggle a lot when you're doing that full time, because it was like, at the time, I thought I was going to go to grad school. So I was like practicing for grad school audition stuff. I was doing YouTube and whatnot to also kind of like network, and it was helping me win auditions and like kind of get my foot in the door with other musicians. And then I was also teaching privately and fitting in freelance gigs when I could. So there were like 4 main things going on in my life. Hold up. I'm on it. Smite him. Bam. Got him. Thanks, Disney. Or no, who was that? Yeah, thanks, Disney. But so I had like 4 major things going on in my life at that point, right? And I remember I was like, okay, I'm going to try to get 3 major things done a day, whether that was like a good practice session, a rehearsal for a gig, or like writing an arrangement for YouTube, like something, or like a bulk of like 3 hours of lessons, whatever. And almost always I would overschedule how much I thought I could fit in a day. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, I could totally do these 4 things today. Definitely. And I'd get like 2 of them done, and I'd keep just like moving them over to the next day. And by the time it got to Thursday and Friday, it was a mess. I would have like 12 things to do on my to-do list. There was no way to get them all done before next Monday. And it would just make me feel bad. So I was like scheduling too much. Like there was a point where I needed to have more leeway. And I'm trying not to fall for that same trap either. Great, she's summoning the schedule demon from hell again. That's right. When was schedule demon? Was that when I was moving? Or was that before? I forget. I remember schedule demon. It's been better lately though, hasn't it? Oh boy, cheap views. We're cheap enough, thank you very much. Cheap viewers, who wants that? We want expensive viewers. Rolling in the money. Those that pull out a lot of money and just showers the streamer in gift subs. That's right, Sting Dragon. You need to know your limits. That's exactly what Alex told me. He was like, oh, that just means you're putting too much on your list. And I was like, well, they have to get done. If they don't get done, then I won't be able to meet my goals in time. As just that's the ever standing perfectionist type A problem that I have. It's gotten a bit better. It's fine. When? All of last year? What do you mean? I've only streamed all of last year. I don't think it's that bad. Was it that bad? I feel like I was pretty consistent up until like when was it? Was it November? When did I get sick? Funny how that works out. Yeah. The fall was rough. You're right. The fall was rough. But hey, listen, if I made it through a move and I still was streaming, that's a good sign, baby. Don't clean the house every week. Clean a room idea. Oh, that's true. I've actually heard about that, where like you kind of deep clean one whole room entirely a week. And then when you have that on a rotation, the house is in pretty good shape. I think that was the point Rick was making. Listen, gang, I was trying my best. And we made it. We made it. We're even making it through house renovations. A lot of streamers go on vacay for like a week and then they never come back. And look who did. Look who did. I had fucking walking pneumonia and I came back. Look at me. I moved across the country. What more can I do to prove my loyalty, my fealty to Twitch? That is very true though. And no shade, Alex, if you're out there, if you're listening, Alex was one of those. It's not across the country. It's halfway across the country. This way. Thank you. Thank you. You're right. It's halfway across the country. I had 5 tornadoes swarming me. That's right. And I didn't leave. I was here for you guys. But no, Disney, that's very true. Alex was definitely one of those where Alex streamed for a couple months. And it was honestly going quite well. But there were some other things that he was kind of like dealing with behind the scenes at the time. And he didn't know which way he wanted to move forward. So he went on vacation. And then genuinely, while he was on... Yeah, because Petaba, I know Petaba was there for that time. So like, Petaba, here's actually what was going on. Was Alex streaming his beauty vlogs? Amazing. Have you guys actually seen Alex's face? Petaba obviously has. But like, I don't know if y'all have seen his face on stream or not. I think you've seen his hands. Okay, no, but genuinely, when Alex was streaming and then he went on vacation, this was like in September. He like streamed through the summer, and then in September, it's normally in the fall or spring, we go on like, less so now, but we go on like a mountain cabin family vacation. So it was that time of year. And while we were away on vacation, he had his come to Jesus moment, okay? Where he was like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? I'm going to commit to something. And while we were on vacation, there was a deep talk. Maybe not a deep talk, but he was just like, Alyssa, I think I'm going to get into coding. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, I'm not going to stream anymore then. And then he just like straight up didn't come back. So like, it was never his intention to just like drop the mic and leave. It like actually happened when he had the space of just like being in a cabin and just like thinking about life. That's what happened. And me, I think I've done 2 streams per year for the last 2 years. Hey, but that's consistent. Exactly. Still consistent though. Nope. Okay, so Disney has seen his face. Sting Dragon hasn't. I worked with the man. Call him in. I wonder what he's doing. He's actually kind of having a rough day at work today. Not rough. He's stuck on a bug. Something I don't I don't understand. I just know when he's annoyed at an assignment he has to do. He's been here a couple times. I know he's been in here, but I feel like every time he's here, he's like doing this thing. You know what I mean? And then he's like banging the keyboard. And then he walks out and y'all don't see his face. I don't know if you've actually seen his face. And I know you've heard his voice. Partially at least? Okay. Bring in the child so I can take a closer look. There was actually something he was talking about where very soon, I think he actually wants to stream games together. Like legit, if he wasn't having such a rough day today, I was going to ask him to do a buddy stream of, do you guys know the game Alt F4? I was going to do like a short stream and just surprise y'all with that. And be like, hey, what's up? Husband and wife are going to play Alt F4. But he has been talking how he wants to do just like me and him streams. And doing stuff like that. Because Alt F4 now has a 2-player mode. That'd be a riot. That's great. Well, now the way your setup is, he can't hide his face. Oh, that's true if he walks in the door. That's a good point. He came in once. Oh, that's true. So you would have seen like his face, but from afar. If y'all haven't seen his face, it's a sight to behold. Yeah, he's gorgeous. Fun game, a real relationship test. Yeah. Well, I think for our next sub goal or follower goal, I haven't decided yet. I think we're going to do the keep talking and nobody explodes game. So if you don't know that game, it's the bomb diffuser game where like one person has the manual and the other person is like with the bomb. And I think he and I are going to do that for a stream. So Alt F4 is just a drop in the bucket. Who cares? Just call him in. They've seen him for sure. You posted a video of him freezing his butt while you were giddy about the snow. Oh yeah, that's true. He has been in YouTube videos. If you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you will see him there. And in fact, the more I record, I've noticed, the more, what am I trying to say? The less camera shy he is. I think we're getting a real rapport going on that. Just because it's hard talking to a camera sometimes. I heard he has a beard now. Is that true? Oh, yeah. In fact, Petaba, I forget what he looks like without a beard. Not forget, but like he's had the beard for so long that now I think he's shaved it off once for some reason. And I'm always like, oh my God, you look different. Where's my husband? He looks like a child without it? Well, not a child. But I will say a beard. A man without a beard is always going to look a lot younger. A lot younger. A wee lad. I can already mentally picture Alyssa panicking at that game. Yes. And Alex will just be like, Alyssa, calm down. Calm down. What are you doing? The red button, Alyssa. It's right there. What are you doing? From what I could see, I thought Pedro Pascal walked in. There you go. I will say, Smooch, he is very white, though. As I am very white. We're both very white people. So probably not entirely like Pedro Pascal. I love those videos where dads with beard shave it off and the babies and the little kids react like they're a new person. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I had a similar reaction. We were kind of low-key wondering if Percy would react. Did I tell you guys after I did the Halloween face painting last year, Percy had a bit of a double take? Oh, Rick, hey, if you want the quote to show up on Discord, it's not ad quote anymore. It's just exclamation point quote. And if you do that, it shows up on the Discord channel. So, oh wait, you mistyped it. Good, do it again. Do it again, but just with exclamation point quote. And then it'll work. What? You're white? I know, Disney. It's hard to believe. But I'm actually as white as they come. Like, actually, the betrayal. I will not be getting rid of my beard, so I agree. Yeah. I think a lot of people are probably glad the beard is in fashion. You know, it's in vogue. Because I think it does a lot of favors. Also, if you don't like the shape of your face, you can just kind of like create your own face shape. That's sick as hell. You know how important a jawline is to like creating the look of a whole face? And you guys can kind of like, I don't know. It's like a built-in little device. What am I trying to say? I'm thinking like a painter. I'm thinking of the way I would like use brushstrokes or makeup on a face. There we go. Now it should be in the Discord. I hope that worked. I have a full thick beard. I'm scared what it would look like without it at this point. See, and his is still kind of like closer to his face. I can imagine if you got a full beard, it's a lot. Like being white is so last season. I know. Did you guys see? There was a reel that was like, it was a mom doing like the whole back and forth conversation. She was like, actual quote from my 5-year-old child. And the child was like, Mom. She was like, yeah. He goes, when is my skin gonna look like that? She's like what? And he was like, when does my skin get to be dark like that? And he was talking about a black person's skin. And the mom was like, sweetie, no, that's not how that works. Like, you're not black. So your skin, you know, looks the way it is because you're white. And he was like, I won't get to look like that. And he starts crying. like it's so innocent. Kids are so sweet and adorable. They just don't know any better. But that had me cackling. Like, oh my God. It's great. Maybe he was crying because you're right, Smooch. Being white is so last season. But you speak Spanish so well. So well. God. I can roll my R's with great concentration. Beards are a man's makeup. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a little bit. It do be that way. I hope my beard jeans kick in soon, since my bald jean sure is. Every time I go to the barber, I can see my hairline is withdrawing, like France in World War II. Do you... Rick, how do you sport your hair? I actually don't, like, I've seen you stream, and now I'm thinking about it, I just can't recall what, like, the top of your head looks like. You know, I've also heard sometimes a beard, don't you have to, like, work to grow in a beard? It's like you have to work through the patchiness for it to really, like, start filling up. Obviously, some people's genes are better for that than others, which just sucks, but I think Alex went through a patchy phase when he was much younger and first growing it in. And now it grows in way better, but it took time. It did work. My husband has a beard too. He also has baby face. Maybe we're just so used to beards that everyone has baby face if they don't have a beard now, you know? Kids say the weirdest stuff. I always said as a kid I wanted a pee-pee because then I could pee against a tree. Smooch, you're probably gonna have wild stories as your new kid grows up, you know? My brother as a little kid asked my mom in a super crowded bus, "Mom, what's a gay? What's a gay? What be?" There was another one I saw that was like a kid talking to their dad and they go, "Dad, when can we have lesbian?" And he's like, "What? What did you ask?" And she goes, "Lesbian, when can we have it?" And he's like, "Sweetie, I don't know if that word is the word you're thinking of. What are you trying to say?" And she goes, "It's like spaghetti." And he's like, "Do you mean lasagna?" And she goes, "Lasagna. When can we have lasagna?" So funny, dude. I love that shit. Rick wears a chicken hat so we don't know what his hair looks like. Yeah, Rick. Where's the hair reveal? Sounds like a lack of motivation on your part. Depending on people, yeah. Mine was not good at the start. Oh, okay. That's good to know. You just gotta push through it. That's what I've heard. Like, obviously genetics can sometimes hold you back, but I have heard a lot of people who can grow a beard have to get through like, and I don't just mean like a couple weeks, I mean like months of patchiness. Like a really long time. It's short on the sides and it's like an inch long on the top. Oh, okay. Generic, yeah, white male look. There you go. Let's go. I was a wild card as a kid. My kid's gonna be wild and weird as fuck. You love to see it though. Smooch, that just means you're gonna have the best stories. I think I've seen that video. When can we have lesbian? Kids say the darndest things. Yep. I put the beard reveal in photo share. Oh, let's go. I want to see the beard reveal now. Hold up. Oh, hell yeah, Petaba. You got like the classic red beard too. I always joke with Alex because Alex has a red beard, and that means there's a good chance if we have kids, we're gonna have ginger babies. 100%. Not 100%. Good chance. I always laugh so loud when parents share the craziest things their kid had said. It's so fun. I know there's a line, obviously, between like throwing your child on the internet. Like some people cross that line of like, you shouldn't be, you know, putting your child's entire life on there. But like the little snippets of like, when's my skin gonna look like that? Or like the lesbian lasagna. It's so funny. Or like, this is kind of awful of Alex and I. But kids are also resilient. You guys know all the videos out there of kids like slipping and falling. It's hilarious. And maybe that makes me an awful person. But it's really funny. And most of the time they probably stand back up and they're fine. Damn, with the pipe too? I know. I know Petaba is like having a good time. He's probably reading his book if he's got his pipe out. Often I just want to do a buzz cut. Which is what I will go with once France raises the white flag. That's funny. Rick Alex has talked about that too. His hair slowly but surely gets shorter each haircut. And I think it's because he gets sick of it. Like, he tries to go as long as he can without getting it cut. And then there's a point where it gets too long and he's just like doing this all the time. Because he's like, it gets in the way. I'm annoyed. Which I get. Because you have to grow it out to a certain length where you can like move it out of the way, right? Or like tuck it behind your ear or whatever. So now he's like, I'm just going to cut it all off. Ugh. My brother and friend already have those haircuts that try to fail to hide that they're super balding. I don't want to be that guy. Oh, I get that. Rick, there's like, isn't there a subreddit about that where it's like, oh, I forget what it's called. But it's about like, don't hang on to it. Like if you just go bald, you're going to look so good and you're going to own it. I'm not saying you should do that. I don't know what your hair looks like. Don't listen to me. But it sounds like you know what I mean when it's like way past the point and you just got to commit and own it. Is a country Gandalf. I'm country? Oh shit, I might be. Petaba, you are from Florida. It's its own type of country. It's a special type of country. You're welcome. I gave you the hint. You found your true self. I went from really long hair to a buzz cut. When I cut it off, I had 14 inches to donate. Oh, fuck. You had long hair. Oh, my God. Do you ever miss having the long hair? Every once in a while. Because here's the thing. I feel like even right now, my hair is almost too long for me. I like it when it's like in this bob range. But sometimes I really do miss when I had it super long. I used to have it go all the way down my back, which I just don't think my hair texture is very well suited for that. And that's fine. It looks better like this, and it's really easy for me to just get out of bed and it looks like this and it's fine. But I'd really miss when it was that long. I could braid it. Oh, excuse me. I could braid it and I can do more things with it that way. I miss those days. Can't really do that as much anymore. I think my point of owning it might come this year. Oh, really? Definitely next year. My face moisturizing budget has already doubled from added forehead area. Hell yeah. Rick, every time I see those transformation photos, I'm always like, they look damn good. So don't worry. I've never seen it be a bad decision. I'll say that. I miss it a bit sometimes. The thing I miss about it the most was that girls like to braid it and it felt good. Okay, I think people who've never had long hair don't know that experience. It feels so nice when you have long hair and someone else plays with it. Like whether they're just brushing it or they're braiding your hair or just kind of like tossing it around. When you do it, no, but someone else doing it, I turn into like a dog that's getting like belly rubs. And I'm just like, that's nice. Don't stop. Now no one wants to touch my hair. Aww. It feels so nice. It does feel so nice. And if you've never had long hair and had that experience, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's like its own thing. I think it's why so many women especially like love to get like the proper treatment in like a salon. It's probably like a little massage, but for your head. I've always wondered, people with super long hair, does it ever get stuck in the old butt crack? Rick, I can tell you even without super long hair, it does. With super long hair, yes. But specifically, I'm thinking in the shower, it gets stuck there and, like, kind of like in between my legs almost. And you do have to get that. It's annoying. Even with hair this long, it happens. But yes. One day you should do a middle part just to see how it looks. You know, I have. So here's the thing. My hair is so poofy. I'll try it right now. Hold up. Can I do it? Nope, wrong way, Alyssa. Wrong way. This way. It's not bad. This way over. My hair is so poofy. I have to like style it in a way. I think it naturally falls this way a bit better. Church Alyssa, yeah, honestly. I have to style it different. The flip camera gets me every time. It'd also help if I had a comb. My hair is really thick. Yeah, the swoop look does a lot of favors with my wave. Because you also have to remember, as an extremely low maintenance girl, I don't put anything in my hair. I roll out of bed and it does this. If I have my hair parted down the middle, it's bad. It's bad for everybody. It ain't good. I like short hair, but long enough that I can put it in a ponytail. Yeah, Smooch, that's actually like my line of demarcation is whenever I get it cut in a bob, I have to still be able to wear a ponytail. I do miss my braids though. You grow it out until you're sick of it. Wow, imagine having that. I'm letting my hair grow out again. I don't know if I'll let it get that long again, but we'll see. I mean, Petaba, if you do miss people playing with it, I mean, even if it's like the length of this piece here, you still like, I don't know, you can still have people play with it. You still get to chase that high. I agree the deep part is so perfect for you. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Disney. Yeah, sometimes I want to do the middle part because I know it's on trend, but like, it ain't it. It ain't it for my hair. It ain't it for my face. And that's fine. You know, it's just like with clothes. It's better to go for yourself and your body type than it is to make yourself fit a trend. And that's fine. It's the same reason why like I get these waves I can get without working on really at all, but when my hair is longer, it's much heavier. So it weighs it down and then suddenly it looks way more frumpy. So when I cut my hair, it's better. It's a weird thing. My hair is half long right now. What do you mean half long? Like past your shoulders? Like kind of that long? I had this crazy plan for a while to while I still have hair, letting it grow a bit and getting dreadlocks as hair extensions. If for nothing else, to give my mom a heart attack. Hey, why not? You only live once, dude. And by imagine having that, I mean don't have long hair. Okay, I was wondering if that's what you meant. I wasn't totally positive. There was a time... Was this right before I started streaming? I used to have an undercut where like... Which way was it? It was probably like from here. Yeah, it was probably like right around where my helixes were and across the back to the other side. All of that hair and the lower half was super short and I had that cropped as an undercut, which was really fun until I tried to grow it out and it took like a year and it looked stupid towards the end. And then I thought about having a side cut where I shaved off some of the hair here to play into the deep part to the side that I have. But then I thought about growing that out and I was like, that, I can't. I don't want to do it. My part is slightly off middle, but I'm not trying to get it straight in the middle because I don't like how that looks on stream. The things we do for Twitch. That's true though. I've actually always wanted my camera on this side of me. And I hate that even now still I don't have that. Yeah, it's just a framing thing. I hate that this side of my face is here because then if my hair falls, it covers most of my face. That's not good for a camera. Yeah, about that length. I used to have it basically down to my butt. I did at one point too. It gets stuck in zippers though. The long hair is now on photo share. Oh, I want to see. Hold up. The long Petaba hair? Holy shit, you did have long hair! Dude! Yo, it actually looks like really good though. Like it's a good color. It's got a good sheen. Damn. Oh my god. That's like 6 to 8 months before you cut it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I mean, Petaba, you could pull it off. I say if you want to grow it out, do it again. Like, see, I like the idea of growing out my hair, and then I look back at pictures and I see the frumpiness, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. It's not me. It's not there. Unless I style it every day, and let's be real, I'm not that bitch. I can't. I do not have the energy. Back then, I decided not to do it because I can't fit dreadlocks under the McHat, but now, I mean, imagine, Rick, you could be like the cool, you know, massage therapist with dreads. Yeah. Oh my god, it's been an hour. Are we even gonna get to painting today? Who knows? Whoops. Today's gonna be a short stream, by the way, because if y'all did not know, as the title says, we're doing Lethal Company tonight. So Alex and I and our two friends, Crumpy and Miss Leopard, we're all joining together to do the Lethal Company tonight in 6 hours. Hence a shorter stream today. So that's why today is uber chill. I always got compliments on my hair. Had girls livid with me because they were like, oh my god, it's so good. What product do you use? I'd be like, the white bottle from the dollar store. Yep. I get you, Petaba. I mean, honestly, the texture of it does look great. So like, kudos. Do it. I'm very similar. I'm fellow. I just get my 2-in-1 shampoo from Walmart. I think I've mentioned this. I have to use Head and Shoulders. Because my scalp is special and I have to do that. I can never grow out my hair in Texas. It's too damn hot. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. If anything, the weather's probably going to be easier for me here now. It'd just be a ponytail all the time. Yes. Yeah, Disney. Like, I actually wear this hair a lot in stream, but I wear my hair back in a ponytail all the time. And then the other one is like the classic fantasy elf hairstyle, right? Where you do you just pull back this top bit in a ponytail. This thing. I do that shit all the time, man. I need it. When I Google how long hair do you need to install hair extensions to? Oh, like how long it has to be? The answer is in grams. I'm not the person to ask about that. What am I? Hold on. I'm futzing with my hair too much now. I swear all those products make it worse. I also low-key have a suspicion of that. Or like, maybe sometimes it's like a cocktail of so much you don't need them. Or like, I can understand, like we talked earlier about like color treatment. And I understand getting a special thing so like the color doesn't leave your hair as quick. Totally get that. But I feel the same with like skin products where sunscreen, I know is hella important, but sometimes I see people drop crazy money on like, I do these 7 things every day before I go to sleep. And this one ball alone here, $120. I'm like, what? Like they're spending thousands of dollars on skincare. And I'm like, I think sunscreen and like CeraVe will do the job. I think you're good. Like, obviously there's exceptions, but like, what? Yeah, I always had my hair up because of how hot it would here. Yeah, I get you. You wear that hair a lot? I would say so. The fantasy elf one? I think so. I wear my hair down on stream a lot just because this is how I like to wear my hair when I go out to try to look nicer. But when I'm like out and about, my hair is never down. Or I shouldn't say out and about the house. I almost never wear my hair down. Half ponytail is what we call it out here. Yes! Half up, half down is what my mom calls it. But I saw it recently made fun of as like, this is the classic like Legolas elf haircut or like elf hairdo. And I'm like, that's it, baby. That's me. I used to do it a lot till my mom once told me it doesn't look good on me. Oh! What? Disney, that's so rude. I'm sorry. Okay, 4 to 7 inches for dreads. Let the waiting begin. Does your hair grow fast, Rick? I hope so. I had it braided for a half up, half down for a while. Oh. I just miss braids. I know I can do them, but they can't be that long. Like on this side of my head, they only make it like that far because of how thick my hair is. It's sad. Sad. Yeah, but that's product placement, Alyssa. Not real. I think it grows fast enough that I can ruin Christmas for my mom. Amazing. Amazing. Those are goals we all love to see. Yeah, my mom is the queen of having zero filter. I think I'm slowly gathering that from your stories, Disney. Like, I have no filter, but she's 20 million times worse. Okay, but there's also a line between, like, how often do you guys feel that, like, you know, the people that are like, I'm just being brutally honest, right? There's, like, brutally honest people, and really you're just being an asshole, right? And then there's honesty from a place of like Disney. Let's say you asked me, hey, how does this hairstyle shape my face? And if I genuinely did think like, oh, maybe this isn't the best suited for you, the same way, like, I'm not calling myself a derogatory name or being like, you look bad. When I part my hair down the middle, I can tell the way my hair is naturally textured. It doesn't frame my face as well as this hairstyle does. And like, if you genuinely asked me like, hey, Alyssa, how does this look? What do you think about this? The other thing too is like the brutally honest crowd is going to sit here and be like, that makes your face look like this, or like, that's ugly, that's blah. And then there's another, like, a place of kindness where you can be like, I think this one did your face a bit better. You know what I mean? This one highlights this part of your face, or this part makes your face look better because of whatever. And also if it's solicited or not is sometimes an important part of it too. I don't know. I just hate when people are like, zero filter is good. I am an honest person. I hate when people are two-faced. Go for it. But also, don't just be a bitch. Like, there's a line for it. My ex-fiance used to put in little braids right behind my right ear. Oh, I love that shit. I love little braids. That was nice. Oh. But that half up feels so nice. Yeah, you don't need the tight ponytail and the headache that comes with it. You still get the hair out of your eyes. That's how it is for me. It gets this chunk out of my face. For sure. It's comfortable. It's the elven hairstyle. Exactly. People that are brutally honest just want to be brutal, not honest. Exactly. It's like they get something out of taking you down a couple notches. Like, if you're really wanting to be honest, there's a way to do that, and it's because you want to lift up the people around you and not bring them down a peg. It's crazy. 80s mullets? Is it, oh, can I call you Kiwi? I'm sorry, I forget your name wrong. But hell yeah, 80s mullets. I actually am not gonna lie. Oh wait, is Kiwi, is that a Finn? Is that a Finnish word? Do we have another Finn in town? I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the mullet. I don't know, it's fun. You know, here's what I'll say about the mullet. It's a vibe. And when someone really commits to it, it's like their confidence helps them own it. Do you know what I mean? I kind of think it works. There's a term called black truth, and it's the opposite of white lie. Oh, interesting. So a truth that hurts feelings in a non-productive way. Yeah, because that's the thing, is like, obviously sometimes the truth hurts, but yeah, to put it in like the light of non-productive versus productive is interesting for sure. The 90s middle hair part was brutal. Getting in line in the arcades. Hell yeah. Why do you pull so many international viewers? Peta, if I'm being honest, I think it's because of when I stream. I've been honored by the fact that people have told me I'm not like your typical American, and I'm honored by that. I think it has to do with the time I stream. Right now, this is like dinner time after work hours in Europe. And a lot of...
I thought this was America! Huh? Isn't this America?
And a lot of working Americans are just like pee-pee poo-poo in their office, and they probably know what they want to watch, and they aren't like searching for me. And since I'm still so much smaller, it's like, you know, it's fine. We'll get there one day. Yeah, my family def falls into the brutal honest. Very non-solicited. Okay. When I say I have no filter, I just mean things that are in my brain just come out with zero thoughts. I do that sometimes. Wait, somebody says to be brutally honest? That's the worst asshole ever. Exactly! Kiwi gets it. You can be brutally honest without being an asshole. And you know what? Kiwi's got a point. If you say the words, I'm just brutally honest, you're labeling yourself as a villain. You know what I mean? Like anyone ever coming from a good place, a good heart is never going to say those words. You know you're the bad guy if you say that. Zona, what's up? Hello, welcome in. To be brutally honest is along the lines of no offense, but it is. To be brutally honest is just like the Gen Z 2020s version of no offense, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Don't they have bathrooms for pee pee poo poo? Not in the American offices. You're just an international superstar. Thanks. Oh, the ads are here. Watch out. Ads are coming. Everyone watch out. They're coming for you. The purgatory. I forgot the rest of the world wasn't on EST, like the weaklings they are. Yeah, I'm honored that a lot of international people like to chill here. Especially America is... We're going through stuff right now, aren't we? So thanks for being here. Thanks. I'm brutally honest. I'm going to kick you in the crotch. Choose your next words carefully. Savages. So true, though. It's just like, I don't know. The goal that some people have astounds me, especially with the internet. I think the internet has given people a lot of courage because of the anonymity, however that is said. To be anonymous is to give someone power that maybe they shouldn't have. And we should fix that. You know what I mean? I think at Amazon you get a bottle in a plastic bag. Okay, but wait, wasn't that a thing that they actually did last year? Or was that an Onion article I just like skipped past? You know what I mean? Ugh. That makes me upset. I've only had to be brutally honest to very few people in my life, but that's because they're trying to be nice. Oh wait, that's because trying to be nice or subtle was not hitting home. And that's very fair. Because sometimes, okay, obviously with everything I say, there's nuance and exceptions, right? Because sometimes you do have to like protect your boundaries, right? If it's like a boundary thing or you're really like, hey, I need you to like chill out, you know? I can think of situations where that's A-okay. I'm talking about if someone came up to me right now and was like, why are you wearing that color sweater? It's making you look pale and ghostly. Like, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, why'd you say this? If I asked, should I wear this one or the green sweater? That's different. That's different. That's a good sweater. Well, thank you, Kiwi. I do appreciate that. I also like the sweater. I'm just trying to think of examples. It's great for warmth. Thank you. Original version, I think they were called masks. Oh. Wait, masks. Wait, what was called masks? Nah, not me. I think I may have missed something. Rip. Sorry. Rip. Walk up, just start tearing you apart. I know. I mean, sometimes, I don't know. People are weird like that, man. I've actually seen that shit happen before. like I saw that once checking out at a store and someone was like, oh, you're picking that up, huh? I mean, this one's right here, but I was like, it was so bizarre. Okay, but real talk, you in dark green, chef's kiss. Thank you, Disney. I do like wearing green a lot. I mean, obviously, you've seen me in a lot of green jackets. I love green. Green is one of my favorite colors to decorate with. But thank you. If you want to hide identity. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. People should... I should say this too. People should be able to not be out in the open all the time if they want to. I get that. I just hate how people will just rant and rave without any fear of consequence. You know what I mean? And because of that, people can get like without the fear of consequence, people get really brave. You know what I mean? In ways that if they did it in real life, they'd probably get stuck in like a fist fight maybe, or and then they'd be like, I like to walk up to people on the street and just start ripping into them like a GTA 5 scene. You hear that, guys? Petaba is admitting to mugs, essentially, just like in GTA. Petaba, watch out. The FBI will come for you soon. Then balaclava. I don't know what that is. What is that? If you want to hide identity, then balaclava. Damn it. I don't know what that means. Then there's the do I look fat in these jeans? Okay, but here's the thing. Sometimes I ask Alex questions like this. Kiwi, you're new. If I mention Alex is my husband who sometimes is hanging out on stream. Is right at the right. So here's the thing. Sometimes I ask Alex questions like this, but I'm like genuinely asking him like, hey, which of these outfits is better? Or like, which top is better? Do I look okay in this? And when it starts crossing into that line of like, do I look all right? Then he's like, of course. And I'm like, no, I trust your opinion. It's okay. I know you love me and you think I'm pretty and you're attracted to me and whatever, but like also I need your honesty right now. How do you know it was me who pooped on your yard? People just need some time off the interwebs. I agree with that. I was just talking to someone about that yesterday where like I cannot be plugged in all the time or I lose my mind, which is ironic considering how much I'm trying to do online, like with Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. But there's a big portion of my day I'm just like, nah, I'm out. I have a friend that uses a green screen and I've been trying to convince him to wear all green one day so it'll just be a floating head. I low-key want to try stuff like that with a green screen. Like, I love my background. I'll always have that. But, like, just for fun, stupid shit, I do want a green screen. I think it'd be fun. We have other things we have to get to first, though. Like our air conditioning. For legal reasons, this is a joke. There you go, Petaba. I got you. For legal reasons. NSA, I'm just kidding. We're all upstanding citizens of whichever country we're a part of. I'm sure. Hi, Infame. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you are well. Sometimes people do it IRL too. My biggest pet peeve is someone acting like I won't punch them in the face. I won't, and I hate that they think they can use that kindness against me. Yeah. Rick, I bet you have some very interesting stories given your customer service background and like working in like service, food industry type of stuff. Because people, for some reason, think it is extra okay to treat you guys lesser. That's, yeah, ugh. The thing I love about Phil is he legit gives me his honest opinion about clothes and hairstyles. Never in a mean way, though. That's exactly what I'm wanting. Exactly! Exactly. Phil gets it then. Sometimes you just need a second opinion if an outfit feels good or not. Not physically, just like if you like a shirt that doesn't look right when on. Yes! Yes, because that goes with the whole like... Just because you like a shirt doesn't mean it fits your body type necessarily. Or like it could look different on you with your proportions or something. Like, yeah, I get you, Sing Dragon. What's going on? Everybody's talking about love relationships around me. What a coincidence. Not gonna lie, it makes me kind of sad. Oh, well, Infame, what are we talking? We're talking about hair and when people talk about being brutally honest. Come in here and talk about that. Maybe it's also because like spring is in the air, you know? I feel like a lot of people like plan weddings or trips this time of year as like spring turns into summer. So it could just be like a yearly thing. Wait, never mind. I thought I had a star next to my name. At least Rick is an American. Many of you are not. But some of you are. Shared about my day in DC? Wait, like Washington, D.C.?
I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America?
I was gonna say, are you in the States in fame? Hold up. Yeah, at McDonald's, you had to stay angry so you didn't get really, really sad. I mean, honestly, I kind of understand what you mean by that. Oh, you mean Discord. Okay, I'm sorry. I understand now. I understand now. I was like, what are you doing here, man? You can definitely fall in love with a clothing item that just doesn't look good when on. Yes. And maybe it'll look really good on someone else. And you're like, damn. But that's okay. It just means the right piece of clothing is waiting for you somewhere. It's so be more romantic season. Yeah, you hate the romantic season. It could just be that time. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, everyone gets married in June. Everyone is celebrating their anniversaries between like now and August. You know, it's that kind of thing. I would make a great American. I can hold irrational beliefs and think they make better than everyone else. I'm very patriotic and I'm overweight. Have you guys seen the reel where it's like the guy being like, tell me you're American without telling me you're American? And it's the guy just going, we the best. We the best. And then you see a tear come down and he mouths, help me. Help me. That's like, that's so fucking accurate, dude. So funny. Is it? You have to be. You have to laugh at something nowadays. It just feels like the US people make a sport out of being nasty to customer service workers. Is it? Okay, I gotta be honest, because obviously my only real experience is with US customer service. But having heard some of Rick's stories, I was like, oh shit, is this just like an international problem where like humanity as a whole just looks down based on like certain job status? You know what I mean? Oops, sorry. Did not mean to hit the mic. So like for some of Rick's stories, I was like, oh, I wonder if this is just like an international thing. This is just how human beings are. But is that like more of just a US problem? I just don't know. In hard lurk, hello cats, hello, just popping in to say hope you're having a lovely stream. Thank you, cats. I hope you're having a great Tuesday. Thank you for lurking. As a short person, the amount of clothing trend styles that don't look good on me is annoying. Yeah, I could imagine that. I feel like I no longer care about trends because I'm just gonna dress with what looks good with my body type. And fuck it if it's out of style, because whatever's in style would look bad on me then. So that's fine. Here's the thing. Y'all are nice to your customer service people, but they're dicks. And we are dicks to our customer service workers, but they're nice. Oh, wait, you mean the workers are? Interesting. That's an interesting take on it. Everybody is being into a couple. Meanwhile, me, nobody even looks at me. Aw. Romantic season gets wasted. Well, you know, in fame, I know things can feel really bad when you're in them right now. But all it takes is one small change. And, I don't know. I've known a lot of people, even myself, kind of. Granted, I was, like, very young. But, feeling that way, and then I met Alex. You know what I mean? And you never know when that's gonna happen. Like literally any day, any time, that could just completely 180, you know? You think it's an internet thing? All the time growing up, I would tell my mom, what the heck did you think having a kid with another short person was the move? Then point down at my short self. I'd always be like, I could never. And now you're with Phil. Is Phil also short? I actually don't know how tall you guys are. That's funny. Alex and I are like average to tall. I think I'm tall for a girl, but a lot of other people would not call me tall. You know what I mean? You don't think much about it now? I'll be working on my craft. Hey, I mean, that's also a good way to think of it too. Focus inwards on yourself. Absolutely. I feel you. My mom has such bad eyesight and is nearsighted. My dad is farsighted. So the kids, you got the worst end of both, huh? Damn. Also, your customer service people aren't around you enough to be a dick to them. Interesting. I just don't know what it's like internationally, really. I have no idea what the culture is like. I could see it being more of a US thing. Petaba, you also bring up a good, or like an interesting point with something I hear about West Coasters versus East Coasters in the US specifically, where like Californians and West Coasters are nice, but they are not kind. And East Coasters are not nice. Or no. Yeah, they're not nice, but they are kind. So like an East Coaster is the kind of person that's gonna be like aggressive on the road and be like, what the fuck are you doing? But also, if your car has a flat tire, they're gonna help you out of the ditch. You know what I mean? And like on the West Coast, it's the opposite, where it's like way more shallow formalities. You know what I mean? And then like, obviously these are generalities, but also a lot of this comes from my friends that are, you know, deep in the LA trenches in animation. So I believe them. And I also have experienced that. Struggle is so real. Let's be lonely together. There you go. There you go. Am tall. Oh yeah, I think I knew that about you, Sting Dragon. Short king at 5'6". Let's go. 5'6", I also don't even think is that short, but hell yeah, we love a short king. Phil is shorter than me, and I'm actually pretty short. Wait, Disney, how tall are you actually? You're not 7 feet tall. There's no way. East Coast, Best Coast. You embody that to a T? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like they're not gonna be gregarious and like nice and fluffy to your face, but also if like shit's going down in the community, they're gonna help you out. And then West Coast is way more like, I don't know, there's like very surface pleasantries all the time, but helping your car out of a ditch might be different. What about the middle? Okay, so Sting Dragon, a lot of the middle is empty. Colorado is like its own organism, I almost feel. Texas is also its own organism. And then you kind of have like slightly inward of the East Coast, and that's like the Midwest, basically. The Midwest and the South. But I would still say that mostly encompasses the East Coast. You would call them East Coasters, probably. Midwest is just crazy. They're their own world. Yeah, I would say like they're a bit their own world. They're way more East Coast than they are West Coast, though. You know, like if I had to put them in one of the categories. Yeah, it's weird. Texas is also super weird. Texas and Colorado are like their own microcosms. It's bizarre. I once drove a random girl home to Jacksonville from Orlando because she missed the bus. You're a real one. Because that's a big ask. I don't know if I would do that. That's a big fucking ask. They were a good friend of mine, but like, goddamn. Think they're in the middle, maybe. Oh my god, Alyssa, you can't just ask people how tall they are. I can't? We're open here. This is an open environment. Midwest is, oh wait, just crazy. I read that. Yeah, they're so nice. I don't remember her name. That's true. The Midwesterners are very nice. They're very nice. That's like the typical, they're very like community and family oriented, and they're just nice all around. They'd probably be called nice and kind, per my example. Southerners? I don't know about the South, honestly. The South has this weird thing of like, they will be nice and kind, but to an extent. There's definitely like old town Southern gossip is absolutely a thing. You know what I mean? Where it's like, they'll deliver an apple pie to your house and then turn around and be like, oh my god, did you see their living room? What were they doing with this? And like, did you see this on the wall? Do you think they're into this? And like, You know what I mean? They would totally do that. The gossip is so real here. I mean, that makes sense though, but Texas is Southern. Barely. You're like your own brand of Southern, right? Like compared to the rest of the South, but it's real. It's real. Southern gossip culture is too real. It really is. It really is. They definitely got the shallow pleasantries down though. But I do also think a Southerner would help me out of a ditch. You know what I mean? If this is our litmus test, like they would do both, but then afterwards they would shit talk about it, you know? That's the difference. They would shit talk after. So, do with that what you will. That's the difference between Midwest and South. So they're both nice and kind. The Midwesterners are just like happy to be there, happy to help out fellow man. And the Southerners are going to talk major shit. That's the line of demarcation. That's it. Finns are antisocial but kind. Okay, so Finns are like, you're like our New England. Okay, that's very New England. I'd be curious if you went to New England if you would be like, yeah. But aren't also, no, y'all wouldn't like Midwest. I was going to say, I know a lot of like Nordic people went over to the Midwest, so I don't know. Yeah, and South Texas is a lot of Mexican, so it's like double gossip. Is that part of Mexican culture too? That's amazing. I love hearing about international culture, man. It's fascinating. I've never felt as objectified in my life as when I was in Tennessee. Really? No! Sting Dragon, that sucks. You know what's a riot is like, obviously I live in like Western North Carolina, so I'm like close enough to Tennessee. The cultures are kind of similar. I feel way more at ease here than I did in Florida. New England energy right there, 100%. Exactly. Hour and a half chats though, new record. I know, I'm wondering if we're even gonna get to the art because I have to go kind of soon. But I'm having a fun time just yapping. I hope you guys are too. It has to be a short stream today anyway. I told myself 2 hours because then I gotta run some errands. So I think that's what we're doing before Lethal Company tonight. Oh yeah, big time for the Mexican gossip. I don't know why this was modded, but I got you, Sting Dragon. We can art and yap at the same time. That's true, we can, because honestly, I'm just gonna smudge some colors around. I'm really at a loss. I was at such a loss with the art this morning that I was like, I want to keep working on it, but I have to stream. And I thought, I'll just do it while I stream. It's fine. I mean, my dogs are even chismosos, chismosos. I'm so close. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it at all. Swedes are generally kind, but not openly so. That you can guilt us into anything you want. Amazing. So you guys are so you guys up in Northern Europe, you're just like a New England then, huh? Chismosos. I'm trying to say it with an accent, and my accent is atrocious. I did it. Do you guys ever feel like when you try to put on an accent to speak another language, like you're kind of being a poser? But I'm just trying. Chismosos. God damn it. Just yapping stream, chat and stream. Let's go. New England has somewhat the same vibe as England. Whoop, hold up, I missed it. Somewhat the same vibe as England. They won't talk with you much, but once you get to know someone, they're your friend for life. That's my shit. That's what I want. Don't talk to me on the streets. Like, I just want to get my stuff done. But if we're pals, I got you. England is more standoffish. That's fine, so am I. It's yap with a Y. I forgot how to spell it. No, that's okay. I knew what you meant. For some reason, it auto-modded that word. I don't know what it is otherwise. Hope it's fine. But I knew what you meant. Or the root word. Chisma? Chisma. Chisma. Is it like cheese? Like, do I have to make the S really clear? It's probably a slur for Japanese person. Oh shit, you're right! Oh my god, Sting Dragon, I didn't even think about that. Oh, fuck. Oh no! I was like, oh fuck. I didn't even think about that. Well, fucking hell, dude. All right. Which is not what I meant. I knew you didn't. I didn't even know what it could mean otherwise. Shit. Damn it. Oh, it means gossip. Chisma? Okay. Chisma. Chismosos is a gossip guy. Need an A at the end for a woman. Oh, okay. Chismosa sa? So sa. Chismoso sa. I'm trilingual. I put on accents when I speak English sometimes. I mean, I feel like to put on an accent is to be loyal to the language. You know what I mean? I come in at a bad time. Wait, what happened? Panda Warrior, hello. Maybe you did. I swear. Listen, this is an inclusive stream, okay? I don't know what you saw. I apologize for my wrongdoings. Hi, Panda Warrior. I'm just gonna go hide. Wait, who is Panda I just realized it's Warrior. Like, and not like. That's cool. I love it. Love the name. The objectifying in Tennessee was mostly felt when I was introduced to someone by the family. It was just felt like a trophy that was shown off, not a person. That is probably okay. Wait, Sting Dragon. I bet you were a part of like a non-broadened Tennessee Southern family, like maybe not as traveled or known. They didn't know as many international people, because there is a phenomenon of people being like, oh wow, you're not from here, and people being like, wow. And you're like, what? I can imagine what you're talking about. I can imagine what you're talking about. Yesterday, you managed to clock in over 100 kilometers per hour on the main road. Damn. That's fast. Chismosa for a girl. Got you. How are you all? I am doing well. How are you, Panda Warrior? We're just kind of yapping, chit-chatting on a short little stream today. I'm doing another stream tonight, so I'm kind of taking it a bit easy right now. I also have both my accent that I normally speak down here and a Massachusetts accent and Maine accent, so my accents get crazy. I really wonder if I'm ever gonna slip into Southern, like true Southern now. We'll have to see, man. Who knows? It was a lot of, and this is our Swedish au pair, yeah, without a name. Yeah, Sting Dragon, I can imagine exactly what that person's like. Like, I know the kind of person you're talking about, and it's just because they don't know any better. Like, they're not that well traveled. They probably haven't studied another language. Like, since I was a kid, even if I'm not the most well traveled, I've met and hung out with other international students. I've gone to college, which that's a huge thing. Sorry, I just read another comment. I've also always had a fascination for other language and culture. And some people just fucking don't. And so for them, it is kind of like a commodity or like this other. And they're just like, oh my God, wow. And like, it's just because they don't know any better. But yeah, I could imagine that's pretty freaking awkward. Infinite, the day before you lost a race because you were trying a new foot peg placement. Still haven't mastered the foot peg placement to improve my senses of balance. Oh, that's cool. Good for you, dude. You're good. It's night for me. Time zones are crazy. I know. Are you, Okay, wait, Panda, if you're a friend of Sting Dragon, are you a fellow Swede? I have a lot of people here that I think are in the nighttime zone. And for me, it is almost 3 o'clock. Alyssa does an accent redeem when? You have no idea how bad that would be because I can't do accents. I think I can do a southern accent and that's it. Maybe I could practice though. I used to think I would never do voices on stream, and now when I play certain games, I try to do voices, so who knows? It depends. I pick them up rather fast at this point. You mimic people's accents by accident. Yeah, and if you're traveling back and forth between those places, I can imagine you're just like picking them up and then it's whatever. Even if I introduce a Swede to another Swede, I don't leave out a name when introducing them. Oh no, Sting Dragon, exactly. That's what I mean by like, to someone with that little experience and regard, an international person, especially like living with them or something, is like another thing. It's like a commodity. Objectifying is a good word for it, and it's just unfortunate. But that's why a lot of people are the way they are. They're just not as like well traveled. They don't know any better. They're not studied. They're not as well read. And that makes it sound like I'm insulting them. It's just a crazy situation. I wish people knew better. And it sucks that you had that happen to you. It's like a lot of people are the product of their environment, and it's sad. Wait, no, we need to teach Alyssa a word from our own languages. Oh, that would be kind of fun. That's a good way for me to do it. It'd be so fun considering all the different people here. No, that's true. That's true. I can learn a little bit of everyone's languages. You should put that in the Discord. I'll have that as a redeem. That'd be fun. You guys don't know each other? Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Sorry, the way you guys talk to each other, I thought you had known each other. We can all teach Alyssa new words in our languages. Yeah. I would be down for that. I love learning languages. Panda just came in straight after we were talking about my typo. Yeah, Panda, I'm sorry. We were, if anything, we were too innocent to know about something. Too innocent. I'm Scottish. I don't know who they are, but they seem nice. Aw, they are. They're very nice. But hell yeah, go Scots! Nighttime zone? Count me in. Nighttime zone sounds like it could be like an arcade shop. Infame has got the... Oh, damn, the Hermit reversed. I mean, Infame, given what you were talking about when you first came in, this card does kind of match. I'm sorry you're feeling that way, man. The wife of the family had lived in France for 3 years. There's no excuses. Oh, yeah, you're right then. They were just being rude. You know what that's like then? It's like they were trying to show you off. That's gross. Boo. Boo. Nice and not kind, or kind and not nice. Add it to the suggestion box. Thank you, Disney. I would say normally Southerners are kind and nice on the surface, but they're ready to gossip. And I think that interaction kind of reflects that still. You know what I mean? Because they were wanting to show you off to their friends so their friends could gossip and be like, oh my God. Wow, look at this cool thing you're doing. Drink. Rick is right. Thank you. Cheers. Drink. All right, what do you guys say? I don't have much time left. But what do you say we switch up the category? Let's do some art. Let's chit chat. Of course it didn't change. Of course it didn't change. There we go. It's time for some art. Gotta get our water. All right. So here's the thing. I'm gonna warn you guys. You're getting a sneak peek at the YouTube video Friday. Cause it's a disaster. It's a disaster. So here's what we're dealing with. Well, you are making a speed paint, so just speed paint the art. I know. If only it were that easy, my dude. Here's what we're dealing with right now. Am I happy with how it's going? Mostly. Does it look nice? Yeah. I think it's a good looking painting. My southern accent just slipped? No, it didn't. Did it actually? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. No. Here's the thing. I'm doing a style study right now. So I'm trying to do something that I don't normally do, and that is putting me through the ringer, let me tell you. So right now, you're going to watch me push around some colors. You're going to watch me push around some colors as I try to figure out what I need to do to achieve the look I want. And I'm going to do that while talking. Lots of talking. Lots of just pushing around rock colors. That's the plan. Are you Bob Rossing it? No, this is mine. This is my own little piece. I'm assuming that's what you mean. When you say Bob Rossing it, do you mean like a tutorial? This is not a tutorial, if that's what you mean. Disaster, I hardly know her. Looks great, very live. Aw, thank you. The water looks very emotion-y. Thank you. It's a style study from Arcane, actually, and it's just giving me some trouble. Alyssa wearing an afro wig and doing a Bob Ross style tutorial would be dope. That would be a great goal one day. Oh, that's something that should be like a sub goal or a follower goal or some shit. That's a good idea. Another idea? Disney, is that the idea you had? Okay, so right now what I'm trying to figure out, for those wondering what was giving me a hard time this morning, I'm trying to reconcile this rock in the front here. Because the style that I'm going for has a lot of brushstrokes that I don't normally use in my style of painting. You can see it a bit more up here in this guy. It looks way more painterly, and I normally use much harder edges or like my lasso tool or whatnot. So you're gonna see me just pushing around. I'm just pushing around colors. Kind of like so. That's what you're gonna, that's what I'm doing. Later, bye Infame! Too tired to stay up late, no worries. Bye, thank you for being here. Also, it's a great painting. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good night's sleep. Wheelspin where it's pics. What type of art you make that stream? Ooh, that could be a fun idea. I actually really want to do, okay, because here's the thing. I kind of had this like brain blast moment. Whoops. Oh wow, Photoshop does not like me streaming something this big at the same time. Okay, good to know. So here's the thing. I've been wanting to do more art streams. I've talked about that forever now. But one of these days, damn it, I'll do it. But I kind of had a moment where I was like, oh, if I wanted to keep painting today, I could just do that on stream. And like, as I'm trying to do more art videos for YouTube, on top of like the house renovation stuff, I was like, yeah, let's just do it on stream then. Easy peasy, everybody wins. And we get like a bit of a longer stream. I won't have to like end early or start late or whatever. But I always feel like the art streams, like, people seem disinterested in the art streams, if that makes sense. And maybe that's just me picking up the wrong vibe. That very well could be it. But like, conversation always dies, or like numbers kind of tank. And I never know if that's like a, I don't know. That's something I should worry about or not. Now, I only know art styles from Sims, so bear with me. But options could be realism, pop art, classic. No, Disney, you're nailing it. You're completely nailing it. There's a lot I could do with that. It's a great idea. There could only be one tiny sliver. Sliver section where it's like a punishment type of thing. And even the punishment could be kind of funny. I just noticed I put pics instead of pics. And then bear instead of bear. No, don't worry. But yeah, if we're having like... Okay, let me think about where the light's hitting. If the light's hitting here, this would be dark. But yeah, that's the only thing with art streams. They seem like they just don't do well, and there's like not as much of an interest. Which is fine. And maybe art could just be like a YouTube thing. Okay, so that means I kind of want this to be brighter. Punishment is 1 minute selfie draw. But like how you look at that stream, fair. That's actually a really fun idea. Maybe we could do that. I know Rick had the idea a while ago, and this has been floating in my head. Is this would be for a follower goal, I think, one day, like after Rate Your Setup, is drawing you guys, like viewers, and doing a little stream of that. Because I can draw characters and faces pretty damn fast now, and I feel way more comfortable with that. It would be really fun to have like okay, I'm gonna, you know, do a raffle and draw like these 5 people, and if you want to submit a photo of yourself to Discord and then I could draw it or something, that'd be fun. I think one thing at play is that conversation sometimes slows down from chatting, even when you play games. I think you just don't notice it because you focus on the game as well. No, I've noticed that too. It absolutely slows down during the games, but there's certain games where the numbers still stay high. You know what I mean? So like the just chatting portion, I've noticed chatting always high. Chat always high. And chat likes it. And that's great. I also like it. But then I have noticed with gaming and art, the chatting stops, and that's fine. But then I have to like move my mic more. Oh, there we go. This is better. Okay. I haven't like done my setup for this. I have noticed with art though, the number drops much more. Okay, let's see if I can like, can I inject like a darker color in here? That'd be kind of nice. But yeah, I've definitely picked up on that a bit. Chat always high. Chat always high. Also, Phil is making fun of me so hard because of the bear typo. I wasn't gonna say anything. I still understood what you meant. I got a new sketch pad to encourage myself to start drawing again. I'm gonna use it now. Yay! Do it! Absolutely do it. Okay, let's see. Let's get... I'm gonna try this brush at a 90% opacity. Because also this should be a bit darker. We're underneath these plants here. Let's go a bit lighter in the opacity. I don't know what I want that rock to do. It's smooth. So maybe actually what we could do... No, I shouldn't. Alyssa, don't fight the urge to not use the soft brush. Fight it. You can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, let's just do this. Time to get back to statistic. Wait, to that statistic and leave because this sucks. Damn. See, Petaba. But it does it though, right? This is what you people asked for. You gotta go back to work though. I get it, dude. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging. But most people have found you through gameplay. So maybe they're not as much into art, but don't fully chase the numbers. No, that's very true. And that's what I have to keep reminding myself too. I also know there are people out there that are genuinely interested in seeing this kind of thing and like it. Okay, I do like that. I need it to be harder. There we go. There we go. Like, I know Sting Dragon is an artist, even though Sting Dragon also watches gameplay and whatnot. But you're right. It's just hard not to chase the numbers. when I am trying to do this a bit more full time. And I have felt like a bit of stagnation, which is just like annoying. I also get this way every spring though. Do you guys ever go through like a time of year when like in the winter, I'm always pumped to do anything. And in the spring, late spring especially, I hit a slog and I just start feeling bad about any work I'm doing, any work at all. And it just feels like I hit a wall. Also, new art peeps will come the more you do art, so it'll be nice. That's true. That is true. I can never remember if I found you through art or Baldur's Gate 3. I think it was art. Yeah. I think it was too, Rick, because back then, I was actually just looking back at my old VODs. Like, I think there were even ones that weren't like completely saved, so like I couldn't post them on the VOD channel. But I was looking back at that to see like the last couple times I had done Lethal Company. Because we were trying to figure out what our schedule was for that before. And yeah, when you were around, it was like I basically only did art in Baldur's Gate. And I think you were there for art streams first. And then there was the Great Catastrophe where I almost leaked my own code on Twitch. I still make silly mistakes like that, but we get better. Okay, I think I want like to add some speckles there. What's a good way to do that? Yeah, just like a little boops. Because this rock is super shiny. Oops. Okay, and then I really like textured brushes. I think I'm gonna do it. You know what else a part of me wants to do? A part of me wants to like, I want to add more dark crevices over here. I wonder if I can. Yeah, like just adding little bits of interest. And it feels like we can draw together. Yeah, I totally agree. I love putting on art streams and stuff like this, or like even the co-study streams. I always find them really nice. If it makes you feel at ease at all, that when I start playing my game, my chat also slows down after like 30 minutes of gaming. Just chatting parts of stream are always popping. Yeah, I think that's just how it goes. And honestly, there's a part of me that is really good with that because I'm trying to play like, if anything, I find sometimes there's a hard divide between like playing a game or even like art right now. There's a hard line of like playing the game and chatting. And obviously I want to chat, but then also sometimes the chatting's happening so much. And because I'm like a streamer where I'm like, oh, I want to read every single message. It's like, oh, I don't want to miss this. So like, I'm going to stop and talk to everybody. And then we don't really get to the game. And I've thought before, like, oh, I should have just stayed and just chatting. Like, why am I doing this? Because, like, that's not a problem either. It's just, like, I made the bad decision with that. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'm getting to a point where I don't need to read every message. I just try my best to keep up conversation that way. But I don't really feel like I'm there yet either. So, like, I don't know. It's funny. But I know what you're saying. I have seen even with other big kid streamers that I actually kind of got the idea of having like a chatting hour from another streamer that I've watched for years. And she does this where she does like, oh, I just want to chat and catch up with people. She's mainly a YouTuber, but she takes her Twitch recordings and posts them on YouTube. But she does like a really long chatting session before. And she doesn't say this explicitly, but I think it's like her chance to like, oh, I'm going to interact with people. And like, you know what I mean? It's so like, live streaming and Twitch chat is such a special way to keep up with a community and like actually have like a really grounding relationship with the people around you. Like the fact that I know what's going on in y'all's lives, right? And like, you know what's going on in mine. And we like catch each other up on each other's day and like what's going on. It's cool. And no other really media platform does it like that or can do it. And then whenever she goes to play a game, she focuses on the game more so. And chat definitely dies down. Like it's still there because she's a bigger streamer, but yeah, it's definitely different. But that does make me feel better. No, spring is your energy time. January is your slog. I'm like the complete opposite. Winter, I'm like, I'm ready for anything, baby. and then in the spring and summer, when that kicks in, I'm like out of juice. That's what it feels like. It feels like Alyssa is out of juice and don't know what to do anymore. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm just bubbling with ideas, so feel free to tell me to stop. But no, Disney, put them all in the Discord. I love ideas. A goal where you teach us to draw something and then we can post our results in the Discord. I would love to do that. I would absolutely love to do that. I feel like that would also appeal to my teaching background. Because I actually really miss doing stuff like that sometimes. Yeah, I would love to. If y'all would want to do that, I think I would just want to make sure the interest is there. Because that's my only thing is like, even with like the book club is something that like people can do at their own pace, you know? So it's not like, it's not a huge deal if people don't do it or don't do it immediately. Cause like someone could come back to the book clubs in like 2 years and be like, oh yeah, I want to read that. I'll post on that thread. And then suddenly we're talking about it again. Sometimes the art stuff though, like I used to do that with like Morpho Mondays and I'd want people to participate in warm-ups. And there just like wasn't like a huge amount of interest, so like I slowly dropped it. But yeah, if you would want to, I would be down. I love shit like that. Makes me happy. Okay, I think I want to incorporate this color elsewhere. Can we stick it? No, it would need to be darker. And then maybe like treat this like a bounce. Yeah, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. That could be fun. Oh, what should I draw? Throw something at me. You should draw a... My go-to is always like a face. Draw a face. Draw a person in a three-quarter angle, like this. Use me as your reference. This way. I'm keeping the book club alive, Alyssa. Don't take it away from me. No, hey, listen. You are, man. You already got the book and everything. I'm here for it. And like I said, with the book club, like I'm also trying to come up with ideas so that we can keep this stuff alive as the community grows and goes through its like, I don't know, its growing pains, if you want to call it that. Cause like another one, wait, I just completely lost my train of thought. I was thinking about faces and Sting Dragon. Okay. Shit, I just completely lost my train of thought. I'll come back to it. Yeah, I did like one Morpho Monday, and that was kind of rough for an amateur like me. No, that's completely fair. I get that. I get it. It's not easy. And I feel like with art, there's just like, I don't know, there's always like crazy growing pains. Okay, I want this to be a harder brush, which I can get done if I just press harder. Okay, okay. The front rock is not looking bad. I think I want this to feel more slopey. You know what I mean? I want this to feel more like whoosh. How do we accomplish this? We accomplish this with a shadow. Okay, okay. No, I get that. Maybe I could do Morpho Monday and have like steps, or just take it really slow, you know? That way I can yap a lot and it gives people time to like look at the steps, or I can explain or ask questions or that sort of thing. You know what I mean? We could do something like that. This is good. This is good, like mental energy time. This is good. I'm picking up a lot. Yeah, book clubs are a struggle for me are a struggle for sure. I also only got like 3 people active in mine, but it's awesome anyways. Oh yeah, even if it's just me and one other person talking, like Rick, reading your thoughts on Slewfoot was so much fun. And even like when you and Dim did it with A House with Good Bones, like, I don't know. I just love the idea of talking with others about books. And I do think me combining this with like a YouTube thing in a way where it's longer, you can do it at your own pace instead of like, you know, here's the week to week. And then also you're able to go back to it, right? If anyone finds that thread in that YouTube video in like 2 years, they can still read whatever books they want. So I hope that helps. Like, I wish more people came in and bond over the book. But then I think of how powering the convo could go, or overpowering it could be. Yeah, maybe someone won't be heard. It's cool as it is. No, for sure, absolutely. And sometimes you also want to grow into it, right? I'm really glad when Discord started, especially because I was so new to Discord. I'm so glad when Discord started, it was just like 7 or 8 people, right? And it was like people that were understanding. You know what I mean? And new. I was like new to this, and we're being very nice about it. I think if you know, I started a Discord, if I still hadn't started a Discord, right? And let's say I waited until it was like, I don't know, we had way more people in the community, that could get rough. That could get fucking bad, dude. Okay, let's maybe use this as like a, I want to get like little crevices in here, you know what I mean? Get little shapes reflected in the rocks. Oh wow, I thought you said Mournful Monday? No. Morpho Monday. It was actually when we did morphology studies. Those VODs are still on YouTube if you're interested, Sting Dragon. I think that might have been before you were even here. But I used to do morphology, like anatomy studies, on Mondays. And I would do all of my sketches on stream, sometimes timed. Sometimes I would just talk through my process, or, you know, I'd be open to kind of whatever anyone really wanted to talk about. But if you're curious about my process with anatomy and stuff, or anything like that, those are all on YouTube. Okay, we're getting there. I need to get more small details in. That's what I need. That needs to be the next phase. Speaking of that, when was the deadline for the book club? Yes, it is June 19th. June 19th is when we're going to talk about it on stream briefly. Well, it depends on how many people do it. But yes, I will be talking about it on stream June 19th. That's what we'll be doing. You got the rainbow hair? I know. I forgot to close my window, and I have one of those sun catchers. You can't actually see, which is a bummer. It's one of the other reasons why I want my camera over here. Over on this side of the room, there's a whole bunch of rainbows that get cast all over the wall and the floor. It's really pretty. And they show up on my face. I wanted to say earlier, but for reasons I didn't. You almost chose Handmaid's Tale for the book club this month? Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I agree. Actually, just today I reread the Discord convo of the 7 Deaths from a while back. Oh, so fun. I loved 7 Deaths, dude. That was... that I saw that book at our secondhand bookstore the other day, and obviously I still have my copy, but I was like, someone's gonna love that book. I love our secondhand bookstore, dude. That place is a goddamn treasure. Place is a goddamn treasure. I almost want to add them. Whoa, my computer's yelling at me. Stop. Just making my pen smaller, man. If I just add like little cracks, is that gonna be weird? No, I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna work with it. I think this should be even darker. Because it's in the foreground, so we need more value definition over here. Yeah. Honestly, this could even be darker too. But too dark? Probably. We'll fix it. On June 19th, me and Alyssa will dominate the stream, and everyone's gonna be like, why are they crying? Why are they so distraught? Why are they talking about a revolution? We're gonna be like, you should have been there. You should have been there. Okay. So the painting I'm trying to imitate, the thing is, uses very hard shapes. How am I gonna get that? That's too cut in half. Okay, there's that, there's that. Let's go here. Let's give this some like a little bit of a bluer bounce, huh? Actually, my summer vacay starts on the 20th, so it's perfect timing. Oh, that's amazing. That is gonna be good. I'll probably read it by then too. June's a good amount of time away. Yes. See, that's the other reason. I wanted to give people plenty of time so that they could like, you know, maybe they have a busy month. Well, the good thing is there's 3 months now, and you do it at your own pace. It's not like, okay, you have to be by this chapter by the end of May or else you're missing it, or you know what I mean? I really hope this new system works out. That's kind of what I'm hoping. No, I think it might help to give that area of the picture some definition. Yeah, I think that's what it needs, especially because it's in the front. What I like right now is this. These little dots and speckles, and it needs more value change. I know it's not how it is in the reference, but I'm just gonna go for it. Oh no, she's the dads. Yeah, there's plenty of time, and Alyssa very kindly changed the sectioning in Discord. Yes, I did update that the other day. I'll probably end up reading the book over 1 or 2 days again. It's just how it goes for books with me. Hell yeah. It's supposed to be a good one, although it is supposed to be emotionally charged. From what I've heard, like it's supposed to be hefty, so we'll see. Hi Isaiah, welcome in. How are you? I think what I want to do is like, whoops, that's not what I meant. Get out of here. Get out of here. I meant this. Yeah, let's take this. Let's do some. I love my sliders. Yes! Yeah, let's make it weird. Let's make the color weird. Still want it to be dark. Do we want it to be more saturated? Or grayed? No, I think what I'm gonna do with this piece is I'm gonna make the lights so desaturated and bright ass white, and I wanna really pump some saturation in the shadows. 4? Yeah, I'll do 4. I'm gonna be that kid right now. Yeah, because right now my values are actually like, they're starting to come together. Plants obviously still need some work, but that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Gotta head to bed, try to wake up early to catch Lethal Company. Oh, thanks, Rick. I hope to see you there, man. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm watching a solve a big, wait, I'm watching a solve of a big Sudoku. Nice. How is it? How it going? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that all over here. What if I just do this? What if I just... Sometimes I really like letting the sliders do the work for me. Sometimes I really like letting the sliders do the work for me. Same with curves. You know what we're gonna do? We're doing this. What can we make out of this? You know what I mean? Ooh. Ooh. Hit him with that blue? Okay, now I just gotta find that bounce light I'm trying to put in there. It's fun to watch. I also try not to get... Wait, also try not to get burgered. Work smart, not hard. Has anyone made like a Rubik's Cube of Sudoku? Where you're gonna solve the cube by solving the Sudokus? Oh my god, that sounds like a nightmare. Do people do that? I mean, Rick, you could be the first. Okay. I like where those blues are. I think we're just gonna have to come back in and fix this. What would the bounce light be there? Maybe like the color of dirt. Let's try... Yeah, let's make it like an orange. Maybe like kind of like this that I have up here. Who did that? Disney? Clean up your mess. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's coming together. It's coming together. I like the blue here. I like this little injection that we've got. God damn it. I need to move the mic. Okay, got that. Boom. It's coming together. It's coming together. Bye, Rick. See you. Thank you so much for hanging. Fart number 2 always sounds pretty wet. Yeah. It's actually why it's my favorite fart. Fart number 2 is my favorite fart. You said the color of dirt? I thought the fart would help. It's the color of shit. Okay, so now maybe we can do the same thing where Alyssa actually doesn't have to think that hard, right? What if we do the same thing here and we just kind of, you know? Oh, there's nothing there. That's why it's confused. Okay. Yeah, let's try this. No, I need it to be light. Okay, maybe that's light, and then we bring this down. Oh, wait. She's cooking. You know what's funny is I used to think using all these tools was kind of like cheating. And it's definitely good to know what color you want and like to put that down. But you know how many pros use this shit? You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel one way about it anymore. Oh my god, look everyone, Alyssa's cheating. But no, that's the thing. I used to like, I maybe would have felt that way. And now? No. Not at all. Okay. I think I would need less. Yeah, let's just do like that. Okay, okay, I like that one. But yeah, after taking like a handful of classes with like really, really top-notch authors, I'm like, I don't feel bad about this at all. Or even just working at Netflix, right? Because like I used to get like paint overs done with my bosses and stuff, like my art director and whatnot, all the time. And seeing like, you know, learning their like tools of the trade and stuff, I was like, I'm good. In a good way too. It's just I don't know. It's funny the limits we put on ourselves sometimes, you know? Do I want those there? Do those brush strokes make as much sense? I think less so. I think less so. Okay, I stepped away. I thought Alyssa said she likes being... Can someone please fill me in? No, I said the wet fart is my favorite. I like the wet fart sound. Do not take me out of context. Good throw. There you go. Like that. So that wasn't the wet one, but yeah. Same difference. There you go. I wasn't trying. This is literally what I heard. No, I know. That is what I meant. Okay, I think we have a good thing going also now with this. Making it darker and more saturated. Pump it up. Yes, more. More. Ooh, although that's kind of nice. Yeah, let's do that. That's nice. I like it. Give it the color. Fart 2 is my fave as well. Yeah. You had to hear the others to be sure. I can make a fart sound in the next couple days. Send it to you for a soundboard thing if you want. Like an actual fart recording? I'm good. You know what I should do? I should pull out my French horn and just make dumb, like, horn toot sounds. You know what I mean? And like, record them. And then one of those could be the new sound. All right, I think blue is a good color to add in here. I like the blue by the river. I do want this to, whoop, don't know why that opened. Yeah, that's why. It's on this layer. I do want this to be a little bit darker. More. Ooh. Ooh, that's kind of fun. It was like the purple. I like that. Yeah. Okay, I think the answer here is definitely like, let's put more color in the shadows. Let's paint over now. Whoops. Darken that. Okay. How does that look with the rest of the piece? Oh, I think it looks kind of good. Oh, okay. Yeah, the cool shadows on the rock helped a lot. Helped a lot. Oh shit, it's 3:30. Oh man, I gotta stop. Okay, I was getting into it. Okay. Well, gang, here's the sneak peek. Thanks for letting me push some colors around while I figure out what to do. It's been really tough painting this one because I'm so not used to painting this way. I'm normally like way more of a texture brush girl and relying on texture brushes. If you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. If you don't, I'm glad you've never had to rub sandpaper on your brain the way I have had to. So that's awesome. Love the stream today. Great times. Yay, I'm glad. We'll be doing more tonight, I think. And then I should be back to it on Thursday, baby. I think Thursday we're going to do more Slay the Princess. I think I'm going to go and find some more princess runs. See more of the characters. It's kind of the plan. But yeah, thank you all for being here. It's been a good time. I got an eyeless, browless, mouthless sketch. Hey, that's a good start. You gotta have a solid head foundation, a solid skull before you can add any of it, you know? But yeah, that's all I got. Say goodbye to this guy. You'll see him Friday on YouTube. Completely done. I hope. Oh wait, God, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yes. Okay. If you are awake, if you're around, totally understand if you can't be there. But we are doing Lethal Company tonight. Getting the old gang back together. And if not, I'll see you Thursday. Never mind. She's restarting stream. Actually, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it for news. Thank you so much for being here. This was really nice and fun. Just like chatty and then getting a little bit of painting in. I appreciate it. I'll be sleeping and then working. No problem. I know it's super late for a lot of people too. And also y'all are just busy. But the VOD will be up on YouTube. So that'll be there if anyone wants. I hope you guys have a lovely evening, day. Hopefully to see you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye. See you guys.